for your understanding that your backbone is what needs to be aligned to give you better function. We never think that way. We think of going to a chiropractor as something to do just kind of to get popped, get cracked. Somebody tells you to go because it feels better, or somebody tells you to never go because they know somebody who went and got hurt, or they themselves went and got hurt, whichever they call got hurt. We're going to discuss lots of things tonight. The first step is to teach you that chiropractic is safe and smart. And this thing, finding a misalignment, fixing it, is the specialty of a chiropractor. So if you just tuned in tonight, what we're going to do now that we did this little intro of what this program is about, which is to have you gain the knowledge, number one, that chiropractic is safe and smart. That's kind of what I've accomplished so far, that the knowledge you should have is that we align things, you focus on the structure to find the cause of the problem, and that chiropractic is chiropractic, working with the hands to align you. That it's safe and smart kind of takes the next level. People don't trust seeing a chiropractor, or you have these people who just swear by them. As one client told me one time, people either condemn them or they swear by them. Can you imagine? Yours truly is one of them. I've been doing this since 1980. People can be actually condemning what I do, or they could be praising it. It kind of depends on what you've heard and your experience, but the thing is, it shouldn't be like that. We don't condemn MDs, even though there's a lot of bad MDs out there that do the wrong recommendation, and there's a whole world we could talk about what happens in the medical world, but we still know that it helps and it's the thing you depend on for answers to your health problems. But when it comes to chiropractors, boy, people tend to say, I just don't like the profession because I heard that it can hurt you. Well, I always say, let's unravel the thread. Who said it hurt? What did they mean by hurt? You go see a chiropractor, you feel worse before you get better? It's what happens when you're trying to put a big patch of painkillers on something, whether it's a strong drug or whether it's something to just help you carry you over. What happens is when you see a chiropractor, you get to the root of the problem, that sometimes it's a direct path to feeling better, and sometimes it's a bump along the way. So that bump, somebody may say, oh my God, never go. I went and I felt worse, God forbid. Well, you know what? It depends on the age, depends on the situation, but what I'm amazed by it is that people tend to condemn chiropractic based on some negative. What I want to invite you to do is take a look at what you've heard that's negative about chiropractic. Call up a chiropractor, get a checkup, and get some of those questions answered. Because when I asked every single client, since 1980, that's a lot of clients, and I'm asking the same question, what have you heard negative about chiropractic? Some people say, you really are asking me this? You really want to know? Because you're one of them. If I tell you something negative, it's going to be against you. Well, I say, give it to me. Because you know what? There ain't that many. There's about 12 negative things people hear about chiropractors, and you know what? None of them are true. So whichever one you've come up with watching this program, give me a call, give a chiropractor a call, and find out if you can get the answer for the negative that you've heard. Because you know what? If you unravel the thread of information, you need to find out the positive instead of live with this negative, which is condemning it and staying away. And there are those others who swear by it. I call them, they're on the bandwagon. They go, they would never think to not go see a chiropractor. That's good news, but the bad news is people may think that this is addictive, which is one of those 12 negatives. People think, oh my God, I never want to start. Because you know what I heard? That once you go, you got to go forever. They do this thing where they get you hooked and you keep going and going and going, and guess what? I don't have insurance, I can't afford it. Maybe somebody else can go once a week, but I certainly can't. I got enough bills to pay. You know what? Unravel what it means to you. Go see a chiropractor, get an idea of how it can help you, and then budget for it if you don't have insurance, and then find out how it's doable. It's not expensive. What is expensive? People go spend $3,000 on a beautiful big screen TV or a fancy vacation or a fancy piece of furniture, and you know what? They don't think twice about it. But when it comes to seeing a chiropractor, they sit and they count all the things you have to spend that you may not need. What's it all about? It's priorities. So see a chiropractor, get your priorities straight, find out that it's safe and smart and not expensive. And while we're on the same subject, before we go to the next segment of the program, which is do some stretches. Number one is information. Number two is stretches. And number three is helpful hints that I'm going to show you, which is how to use little gadgets to, how to sleep and how to rest, all that good stuff. But as we move on to the area of giving you stretches and things to do while you sit, what I want to discuss is the fact that health insurance, a lot of carriers do give you the benefits of having the coverage to see a chiropractor. United Healthcare, one of the biggest ones around, UHC, covers you for chiropractic. Blue Shield, a lot of Blue Cross policies, Aetna, Guardian. Now, do some of the smaller companies cover them? Yes. Do HMOs cover them? No. But do you have an HMO like I do? I have an HMO. I use it for emergency. But do I pay for massage? I even